We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is, from the Angry Goat Pepper Company, it is the Sacrifice Sauce. And we have some sort of tribal mask here. It is a fire-roasted habanero pepper sauce. So I didn't actually read this prior to doing the written review, but yes, there is a callback to the Mayan and Inca cultures. And let's see, do we have burgers? You know, I have had this on burgers. It was fine. It was okay. And chili would probably be okay. On pork, just on meats as standalone, the lighter ones, I like this better. Or in stir fry. Yeah, I guess. You'd probably be alright in stir fry. I don't really eat or make a lot of stir fry, so I can't speak to that specifically, but holy glare here. Alright, let's try it like everybody in their shiny labels. Alright, so we got fire roasted orange habaneros, we have red bell peppers, we have lime juice, apple cider vinegar, fire roasted poblano peppers, apple juice. We have pure maple syrup from Vermont. We have ghosties, olive oil, dried New Mexican red chilies, soy sauce, fresh ginger, granulated garlic, sea salt, and smoked habanero powder. So a lot of those things are not Mayan, but I don't know of soy sauce. I'm assuming they're using it here for salt, but there's also salt added. So I would presume that the Mayans and Incans weren't using a whole ton of soy sauce or fresh ginger. I could be wrong. I'm not an archaeologist or paleontologist. I have no idea. But look at that sauce. That's a really pretty sauce. The texture to me is mole-ish. I really like this. It's nice and thick. It does stick pretty well. I put too much in the spoon, but I'll try to show you here. I mean, it doesn't stick super great to this, but this plastic doesn't like things to be stuck to it, so yeah, it kind of comes with the territory. Yeah, really, really, really lovely. And I mean, it does hold to the side of the neck here pretty well. Let's just get on into this. Mouth feels almost exactly like a mole. So they did put that part really well. Getting definitely some habaneros, a lot of fire roast, a little bit of smoke to it. This particular spoon did not have a lot of sweetness. Sometimes you'll get it where you can definitely pick up on the sweetness of sauces when they have a sweetener in there. This one in particular, not getting it so much here. Soy sauce is not reading through as much as it has also in other instances. This is more so fire roasted. It really does feel a lot like mole. But I tried this, like I said, in burgers, and it was what I should have done, actually, because it mentions chili. I should have got some of those chili cheeseburgers from Wiener Schnitzel and tried that. But I only do that maybe once a year or so, and I've already done it for this year, so out of luck there. Can't do that too often. It's like every once in a while you just gotta scratch that itch. But so this one burgers is okay. It's just not something I would want to have a lot or more than like occasionally. I didn't really like it particularly on Mexican food. I think you might be able to mix it in with some Asian dishes as long as they're not like subtle ones. Where I found it the best, I think, is more on I really like this on chicken strips. I think it works really well there. So, Del Taco. I know it shows up a lot, but I'll tell you what. Here's what they did. This, I think, is a stroke of brilliance. They have these crispy chicken tacos. Their grilled chicken is caca. It's trash. These are brilliant, and let's just take a look at one of these. So this is their crispy chicken. Their crispy chicken, and I got this one might be. I got a couple ranch and a habanero. Take a look at this. These strips are. It's just lettuce, the strip itself, and cheese. But these strips are not particle chicken, and they're really just by themselves are really good. I noticed that Del Taco has started to make other menu items with these crispy strips, which they definitely should, because they're this is brilliant. This is a stroke of brilliance here. This is a smart touch, and these are really quite good. Their other chicken, the grilled chicken, is borderline inedible. They put in their chicken rollers, which I guess is a fine place for it, but those aren't like super interesting either. So, all right, let's try it with what I think is a habanero. Their habanero sauce. It's interesting meshing the creamy habanero sauce. Doesn't like to play nice with other things. It really isn't here either. This is just on the okay-ish side. You know, and that's another thing too. I have not had it anywhere where I think it just flat out doesn't work. Which is actually pretty hard for a sauce to do. It doesn't taste like a mole though. It definitely tastes like a hot chip. It's really, I mean, it's quite a marvel. As you can see, I whipped through a lot of this. Hopefully I'll save enough to be in the Quarter 3 2022 wing thing. That's a big maybe at this point though. Now, a couple, these are both the chicken ranches, and they're a little, both of these are a touch on the sloppy side. Alright, let's gussy them up and see what we get. The last chicken did look like just a touch like it. It had sort of a bit of that old chicken sponge nature to it. So, if this is chicken sponge though, it's one of the better ones. It's taken me till now to detect that, and only because I happened to look at it. Mouth feels a lot. I mean, there is a section that will look like regular chicken meat, so where you get kind of that fiber, muscle fiber look to it. All right, here we go with the ranch. I should maybe not put it on there. I wasn't thinking it was bad then. No, this is good. But again, this is not a mix. At this point, this is not a Mexican style food. This is a ranch with chicken strips and lettuce. Basically, it's a chicken strip wrap in a tortilla. And call it a taco all you want, but it isn't really. It's a wrap. Definitely could use a little bit more of that though. I missed a spot. Man, we're getting down there. This is just I like this sauce a lot. I wouldn't say I love it. It's another of the gems though from Angry Goat. I'll be honest, when I see Angry Goat sauces I haven't tried yet, I usually start to get excited. I can't think of another. The Cajons used to do that to me years and years ago. I can't think of another hot sauce brand that does that now. And even with them putting out some stinkers, some just repulsive garbage like the Goat Rider. It's really nice. If you like your sausage a little bit more on the Malaya side, this is an excellent one to get. I think Kendall needs to go do a. I should look and see if he has if he already has. Sorry, Kendall, I missed it. But if he hasn't done one of his profiles, one of his videos on Angry Goat, that'd be well worth the trip to Vermont, I think. Assuming you can do it safely, I guess. We still haven't run ourselves out of variants yet, as I film this, so. In fact, we might be coming into another winter wave, so. Still, if there's a way to do it safely, I would do it. I would travel to Vermont to do that. Probably hit up Silk City too. Oh, there's others there. That little East Coast pocket, Vermont, some stuff out of New Jersey. Some interesting stuff out of that segment that I wouldn't necessarily have expected. That was a damn delight. That's what that was. Very deep, rich. You can see it in the color. You don't get that kind of depth unless you have some of that in there. And it has a complexity that I think is really interesting. I would say it's the ingredients are balanced, but really the overall whole is definitely more of that sort of rich, thick, hearty mole type aspect. This is a brilliant sauce. Probably got an ounce and a half of it left. All right, so I'm gonna try to keep this so I can get in the Q3 wing thing of 2022. If you look at the wing things, I try to go through as many sauces as I can in the videos. Sort of an homage to the hot ones, no question about that. But also to try to get as wide of a gamut as possible in that application. Because some things are really good on wings, like the Bravado Blueberry Ghost, and are just rubbish elsewhere. This one is good. Actually, shouldn't say it. This one is solid to really good to very good on a pretty wide variety of stuff. It's the opposite of that. This doesn't need a niche application. This is just pretty much across the board. At least okay, you know. It's not always great, like I said, but when it is great, like there on with that ranch, oh, magnifique. Definitely, this is another brilliant sauce, and Angry Goat. If you're not familiar with them, they definitely are worthy of and deserve your attention. But for now, This is the Angry Goat Sacrifice Hot Sauce.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.